My name is Basil Taylor. I do woodworking. I fix furniture. I do make lamps. I've always done music, and art was always my thing. I've loved photography and painting and whatever. Just wood, working with my hands. What are the hearts? I call it the Mended Heart Project. I made one for my ma, and that was kind of the whole beginning of the thing, really. It's basically just me getting through past trauma and past things that have happened in my life. I grew up without, a father or whatever, so it was just, that was my coping thing. And I've always bottled stuff up until recently. It was just kind of like my way to pour it out and get rid of it and make a positive out of a negative, I guess. There's blood, sweat, and tears literally in every one of them. Every one of them, and it all ends up in a triumph, really. And when I'm doing these pieces, I'm reliving moments, smells, places, things that I noticed. I mean, even when I choose the woods, it's down to the places that this happened. The woods are familiar with the local places, so like if I did something that happened in California, I chose some redwood that went with that, and then the amount of stitches was years or things that happened or people that were involved or whatever. Everything plays into it. But it's my story, so there's happiness and sadness all into it. Picking wood, I'll go to a sawmill to begin with, and that's really where everything starts. I just look for what speaks to me, and that could take days. I don't know. Sometimes I just look at it and it just stares at me, and it'll tell me its shape after a little while, and then I'll draw it out and then kind of redraw it a few times and then finally cut it, and then after that it goes together pretty easy. You can kind of tell where the stitches are usually going to go, and you can add cracks or whatever, but I prefer it to be all natural, and that way you can just add your stitches to it, and at that point you just round it over, sand it to like a really high gloss, about 10,000 grit, and then I just put an oil finish on that afterwards, and then it's done. I put my stamp on the back and then call it a day. That's also kind of what I wanted to do with it, is just make some for people that talk to me and just kind of open up, because that was like the human thing in all of us, is that we all share is trauma. I mean, we all go through it in one way or another. What better way than to like gift somebody something, It kind of helps them heal too, I guess. Finishing these bring me a ton of joy, and having it be done and on a wall somewhere or whatever. So I'd hope to pass that on. I mean, that was the whole kind of point of it. But I'd prefer to make them for people that just wanted them, that really, really wanted them, and just something that somebody could have that makes them happy and brings as much joy as it brought me to make it, really. Even if none of them sold, I still am happy, just stoked.